U.S. will turn to ashes at any moment. North Korea in horrifying threat to enemies. With U.S. President Donald Trump about to head to Asia, the rhetoric has ramped up once again between the nations. U.S. officials fear Kim may fire his Jutbird nuclear missile in an ultimate provocation that could start World War III. Now Kim, speaking through his mouthpiece newspaper Rodong Sinmun, has issued a threat to the U.S. and his other enemies. It said in an editorial, the U.S., Japan and the South Korean puppet forces should clearly understand that the horrible nightmare, in which U.S. mainland turns into ashes and the Japanese archipelago is buried in the Pacific as a whole and the South Korean land is devastated, can be put into a reality any moment should they run reckless, while failing to size up the strategic position of the DPRK and the change of the times. The shocking threat comes as North Korea slammed the US and South Korea for conducting terrifying drills in the Korean peninsula last week, getting Kim worried. At least 40 vessels took part in massive war games in the Pacific Ocean led by supercarrier the USS Ronald Reagan. The horrible nightmare, in which U.S. mainland turns into ashes, Rodong Sinmun added, their provocative acts are premeditated ones to take an active part in the U.S.-led missile defense system while furthering the cooperation with outsiders for invasion of the DPRK. It is needless to say that this poses serious threats to peace and security in the Korean peninsula and the region. At least 200 men died in a collapse at a test site after North Korea tested an H-bomb, it emerged yesterday. Soldiers are now reported to have been taken ill as the nuclear base becomes increasingly unstable, amid fears of a radioactive disaster. Hundreds of thousands of troops are said to be deployed at the Punggye site near North Korea's borders with Russia and China. Kim has now set up a hospital near the base to treat troops suffering from exposure to radiation.